Joining us for this week's Chalk Talk, sponsored by the Basketball Coaches Association of Michigan, is the head coach of the Oxford Wildcats, Steve Laidlaw. And Coach, for those who are watching this now, they have no idea of what we tried to do to actually make this interview happen, but it's here, and I thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. If there's a will, there's a way.
That's right. We got it figured out. And that's a great line, too. If there's a will, there's a way, because everything is moving forward at Oxford now. I have to say it was great filming the game on Friday night. Talk about a long time coming, the first home game of the season. Had to feel good for you, the team, the school, the students. Can you just talk about how, on a personal level, you took in the atmosphere, and even though Berkeley went home the victors, that comeback in the third created a huge charge of electricity? And what was the entire night like for you and the community?
Kids, that was the one thing that the kids as in my players, made perfectly clear to me. You know, when we talked about getting back to the building, we talked about school, and they said, "Coach, we can't wait to play on our gym." And we were fortunate to go to the arena, Rochester College, for some neutral site games, but the other 9 games prior to that were all on the road.
Right.
And fortunately, the other schools were hospitable toward working out our schedule. But it's just something we were looking forward to, and seeing all the crowd, seeing the environment, and everyone was really excited, and the crowd was magnificent. One of our best, from an attendance that I've seen in my 13 years there. So it was just crazy. The kids really enjoyed it.
Yeah, absolutely. And, that terrible tragedy took place right at the start of basketball season. It was at the end of December. It was just a couple weeks before your first game. Can you just talk a little bit about how you and the entire team kind of just rallied, and maybe what did you guys learn about yourselves and for them, the power of resiliency?
Well, that was the thing. It occurred November 30th. We were into our third week of practices, doing incredibly well, just had a scrimmage, and then the tragedy hit. We met as a team the next day, and we just made a point that we were going to try to bring joy, peace, and hope to our team. And then we just embraced the responsibility that we had as a team and as a school to heal the community. And that was such a big part of it Friday night. If people can see us happy and doing something that we love, they can heal as well, especially the parents that were so concerned about their own children.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I understand it right, you've been coaching high school basketball, I think, for over 25 years now. Can you just kind of talk a little bit about, we've been doing this with all the coaches we've been interviewing this year. Talk about your journey in the coaching ranks. Like, where'd you start? Who was maybe one of or two of your biggest influences in coaching as you were coming up? And from what I understand, this isn't your first stint at Oxford, correct?
No, this is my second stint, and I've been fortunate. I've been truly blessed to be around some really great coaches. I started as a football coach, so under Bud Rowley.
Oh wow! Okay.
And then one of my other influences is who the gym is named after, Ian Smith. He was my JV coach, and somebody I picked his brain on. But I was really fortunate to work 6 years at Avondale, and over 3 of the years I worked with Tim Morton, who's been a really good role model for me, and someone to learn, that the game's so much more than the scoreboard. And in a situation that I'm dealing with now, the scoreboard is kind of immaterial. It's something much, much bigger. So those are some of the key people that played a prominent role in my coaching career. But yes, I have coached high school basketball for 30 years.
Well, there you go. What brought you back to Oxford?
The main thing that brought me back was just an opportunity to work back in my place where I graduated from. My daughters are, and one of my daughters now is the girls varsity coach at Oxford.
Okay.
They're 4th generation Oxford graduates.
Wow.
So my roots at Oxford are very deep and very strong. It was just a way to get back to the community, and it has been an incredible blessing these last 6 years, the second stint, and the first stint was awesome as well.
Yeah, and I've noticed that at the school. Zach Line being back, coaching at his, after all his success, is pretty impressive. And this year's team, you guys are 6-6 right now, 3-1 in the OAA Blue at the time of this recording, preparing for another home game on Thursday versus another league opponent, Birmingham Seaholm. So tell me a little bit about this team, how you guys have gelled over the course of the 12 games you've played so far.
Well, obviously we got off to a slow start, dealing with a lot of emotions that
Right.
that high school kids shouldn't have to deal with.
That's right.
And while the rest of the state was playing games, we weren't even practicing. We were on pause, trying to find facilities. Fortunately, I was able to use the UWM Sports Complex. Matt Ishbia was very gracious in allowing us to do that. And we got off to a slow start because so many teams were playing games before we were. But we were 3-5 at one time, playing nothing but non-conference games. And I just said, hey, guys, let's reset this season. We're starting with our conference games. We're home games are right on the horizon. Let's just reset. We're 0-0. And since we've done that, we have played really, really well, outside of that first half at Berkeley, the last 4 games. And so we're still right in the hunt for the division championship, and that's been our goal. So we reset the season. We're playing much better, and we're very optimistic about our last 8 regular season games.
Your 6'7" power forward there, Bryce Esmond. Talk about the comeback in Berkeley. He had an incredible third quarter, really helped spur, to get you guys down within 1. He seems like one of those real energy guys that if he starts, getting on a roll, that it maybe carries over. It's a little infectious to the other players.
Yes, he's a very infectious personality. He's our best player. He's our leading scorer, leading rebounder, and captain, our most experienced player. And he just started, making some plays in the post, extending our possessions with offensive rebounds. And then once we got it going, we were just relentless on the glass. So he played a really big part of that comeback.
Yeah, and it looks like you've
really had a really good senior year.
Yeah, he is. No doubt. And I bet on a lot of maybe college's radar now, starting to really, make himself, make a name for himself. You've got a freshman on the team, a freshman guard, I believe, who's
Yes.
Kavanaugh, right? I noticed he showed some real flashes.
Well, you'll remember this name, Jake. His name's Jake Champagne.
Champagne, that's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, his father is John Champagne, who played at Oakland with his twin brother. So yeah, Jake's a freshman. That's the first time I've had a freshman play this early on varsity, and he's been everything that we wanted him to be. He's been outstanding this year, and getting better as the season progresses.
Absolutely. I wanted to ask you one final question. It's kind of a poll that we've been doing all season long, and you obviously have a lot of years on the bench, so you, I'm sure, has some good thoughts on this. It's on the shot clock. We've seen several trials with this season already, and in the past, and some showcases. Would you like to see like a shot clock implemented in Michigan high school basketball? And if so, why or why not?
Yes, absolutely. Sometimes you play some teams when say you get down by 10 points in the fourth quarter, even early fourth quarter, it's over. And you do a shot clock, even if it's 35 seconds.
Right.
I just think it'll change the dynamics of the game. I think it will increase the skill set of the coaches. And I think it would be absolutely fantastic for high school sports.
All right. Well, Coach, that's kind of been the recurring theme is that everybody's for it. So I think we're going to see more, more schools doing it, more options for, maybe at some point the MHSA tournament, which would be fantastic. So we'll see. But I want to thank you so much for coming on to Hang Time. We're all rooting for you, and just good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you very much. The support by the entire state's been awesome, and you guys have played a big part of it. Thank you very much.
All right, Coach. We appreciate it. Thank you.